Hi, it's Spiritual Psychic Cynthia Killian again, also known as Psychic Cynthia. And today I'm logging on to invite you and tell you more about my Spiritual Psychic Mentorship Program for 2019. It actually starts officially in December of this year, 2018. What can I say? I'm a psychic, so I like to get a head start, right, into the future. So our mentorship year runs December through November each year. That's 12 months starting in December. Although some people log on near the end of December, and that's fine too. Oh, there's an airplane going over. Apologize for that. That happens. What can you do? I love to film my videos outside because those of you who know me, or even if you don't know me, I'm a little bit of a shaman witching type, psychic. I love the outdoors, okay? And the herbalism is, and the fairies, that's all part of my psychicism. Anyway, this Inner Circle psychic mentorship program I usually open up once, maybe twice a year for new students. And this is my Inner Circle. This is the most in-depth program that I have. And even though it's a year-long program, I run it quarter by quarter. I don't hold anybody hostage, okay? You pay a quarterly tuition, and then, we do our quarter of mentorship together. A quarter is 3 months. And then you get to renew again at the end of the quarter if you want to. And if you don't want to, that's great too, because I keep a waiting list. And if somebody wants to come on, if you don't want to continue, you can have an out, in other words. So, because that's how I would want it to be for me. And I don't like things, to be too binding. I like, especially in a teacher-student relationship, I like it to be more open. And let's not have psychic cords, right? Okay. So what this Inner Circle Psychic Mentorship Program is, it's might be for those of you who want to mentor with me more closely. What you get with it, well, it's a pretty good deal, okay, honestly. And I don't like to go online and say, oh, it's a discount thing and all that, because I don't want people only enrolling because they save money. I really don't, because, I want people who are sincerely called to the path enrolling. But it's true, as one student put it, it's a very good value if you're wanting to mentor more closely with me. Some people just purchase sessions throughout the year, several, at the regular rate, and that's fine too. And that's an option if you don't want to enroll in a program. I do readings 11 months out of the year, not in December, but all the other months. So if you want to have a spiritual psychic mentorship reading with me, you can buy that. This is the kind of reading that I offer, or session, with the people in this program. And you can have up to 2 to 3 hours of mentorship time per quarter, which is already included in the tuition fee. And actually this year I'm changing a little. Let me say, for the first quarter, I'm trying something different. Previously that was only by telephone. And if you wanted to come in person, there was an additional fee. But I've decided I kind of like hanging out with my Inner Circle mentorship students. So why shouldn't they have, first choice of my in-person sessions that I have available? I don't have very many in-person sessions. You may not know that, but if you know me, you know that's true. And it costs extra to come see me in person. For a lot of reasons. Mainly because I have to clean my house 4 hours ahead of time, because that's how I am. I have to have it clean. When you come and put on tea, and to me, when you come to be in person with me, this is really sacred and special. So yes, it is a little bit more involved, and plus the sessions are longer. So anyway, I have that option, so you can have, whether you want to do your sessions via telephone, which is the majority of work that I do. So it doesn't matter where you live, as long as you have a telephone, you can call in. We can do these sessions together. Or you could come in person. And so that's up to 2 to 3 hours. Most people just use 2 or 2.5, to be honest, a quarter. Hardly anybody needs 3 hours of mentorship, because it's really, truly so in-depth and helpful that gives you a lot to chew on. But, I add the little extra time in. I always add in favor of my students, because I want them to have it if they need it. Now, if you needed more or wanted more mentorship time than that in a quarter, as a person who is in the Inner Circle, and there's only a few, I only have 5 or 6 openings. I forgot to say that. I'm sorry. I'll say it now. There are 5 to 6 openings for mentorship in 2019, at least as of this first quarter. I might have some more open up later. I might not, because truly, I put a lot of energy and effort into these few people who are in the inner circle. So I can't take on a whole lot. In years past, I took on 10. I think that's too many right now because I'm making a lot of changes and additions and adding more things. And I don't want to take on 10 new people from my inner circle right now. I think, just 5 or 6 is good. And some of those will be returning, actually. But anyway, in the spiritual psychic mentorship work that we do together, there is an element of psychic reading. And I also will probably work with some tools with you, like maybe some tarot or some astrology. As many of you know, I'm quite the lover of astrology. So maybe even Chinese astrology for those who want that. I don't know. But mainly, we're working with your guides and the spiritual energy that is coming through for you and helping you to connect with them and helping you to awaken your spiritual psychic potential more and more. And I do want to say that even though this is my inner circle, and this is for people who are more serious, okay? And you need to be at a place in your life where you're more grounded. I mean, if you have a lot of chaos in your life, so much that you can't even pay your bills or know where you're going to live, God bless you if that's your case. My heart goes out to you. And, join my free Facebook group, Psychic Readings with Cynthia. That might be more, suited for you. Or get an individual session. But this is for people who are, maybe you've got some things that you're dealing with. Of course you do. Don't we all? But you're a little bit at a more grounded place in your life, because you need to be able to have some time to study. And at least to contemplate what we're doing. Now, so the sessions are a big part of it, whether we do them via telephone or in person. I just heard a little bird over there. I love it when I'm doing outside videos. But in addition to your sessions, I'll also be providing you with some materials that I've created and continue to create to help you on your path of study of spiritual psychic awakening. And actually, for the first time ever, I'll be releasing a new video course. And the thing is, if you're an Inner Circle mentorship student, that's already included in your tuition. Like what you pay, you get your sessions, plus you get the video course that it comes out. And honestly, the video course costs almost as much as 1/4 of mentorship. So it's a good deal, like I said. So you get these monthly materials, and actually for the first quarter, you're going to kind of get more. So that's December, January, and February, because I'm releasing the new 10-week video course. And everybody in the mentorship circle will just automatically get that. And then it will also be available to sell for others, but you just get that if you're a mentorship student. A big part, too, of my work with the mentorship students is helping them with flower essences. These are vibrational remedies that you can take to really just loosen up etherically and work in the energetic blueprint. In other words, to help you solve your issues and your problems and accelerate your growth from the psychic level, right? A lot of us are trying to fix things and grow and evolve, and we're working purely from the physical level, which is fine, if that's what you want to do. But I'm thinking if you're interested in a spiritual psychic mentorship program, you might also be interested in working on the psychic level of your life. So in addition to being a psychic, I am also an herbalist who specializes in the flower essences and teas. People love to drink my teas. And so I will be, for each quarter that you're enrolled in mentorship with me, I'll be mixing you up a personalized formula and or giving you 3 or 4 bottles of these essences that I've created myself, okay? I've actually grown the garden, which I'm standing in now. Obviously it's winter, but you can see the fairy arches. I love the morning glories even when they've dried up, so we'll leave them on there for a while longer. They give shelter to the birds. And don't we all need a little shelter? So that's kind of a breakdown. Actually, there's so much more. You get, if you're accepted into this inner circle, I also do monthly astrological reports for you. And basically, you just kind of get it all, whatever, I'm offering. If you really think, wow, I'd like to study with Cynthia, and I'd like to awaken my inner psychic. And by the way, you don't have to want to be a professional psychic to do this. This is not a business course on psychicism. This is for your growth, okay? For your awakening, for you to awaken your own inner psychic. And also, You know, what I like to model for students is how to live the guided life. I mean, I don't go through life in the dark because I have awakened this side of myself. And if you don't know me and you're watching this video, I mean, I have, almost 30 years of experience, maybe more. I awakened in childhood and started on my path. And this is my job, what I've done professionally my whole adult life. And I'm well into adulthood, aren't we all at this point in time? So I have a lot of experience in midwifing baby psychics. And maybe you're not a baby psychic, but you want to mentor with me anyway. Well, I am known to be a teacher among teachers. I don't mind at all working with people who already have some experience. If so, I can help you sharpen your game. Because one thing I know about people who've been on the path a while, sometimes we get lazy, especially when we don't have a mentor or someone to encourage us. I have a mentor. Did you know that? You won't see her on Facebook. She's quite the recluse. I can hardly get her out in my events, but occasionally, if you are an Inner Circle mentorship student, you might see her, you might meet her, or maybe not, I don't know. Anyway, I welcome you to comment below if you have questions. The cost of it's quite affordable. It depends on when you enroll. The enrollment deadline, I should say that, okay. You have, if you want to get the cheapest rate, okay, I hate to use the word cheap, the least expensive, you'll want to enroll by or before December 21st of 2018. And you can pay all of your first quarter's tuitions at once at that rate, which I believe at that rate is $337.50. That's the discount rate, okay? Or you can pay it in 2 payments, which all of it needs to be paid by January 4th if you're doing that, okay? And there is a little $20 extra charge if you're splitting it up, but it's not much. And that will actually lock in that rate for the whole year. So if you continue on to mentor for the whole year, like I hope you will, you'll have that early bird rate. If you enroll after December 21st, if there are openings, then it does go up slightly more. It's $50 more a quarter. But you don't have to pay for the whole year at once. You just pay for a quarter, because remember, I don't want to hold you hostage. I don't want you to hold me hostage. I want us to come in this, and especially if you're new to my mentorship, my readings, we want to just give it a try, right? And see what's like. So anyway, if your inner self feels led to this work, then feel free to go on over to CynthiaKillian.com and look for 2019 Psychic Mentorship there. And I'll put a link down below in the comments. Wherever you are, whatever you're doing, I hope you're having a splendid day, and bright blessings to you, dear ones.